Ordinary people doing extraordinary things right here on the Jarrell Hartnett Show.
Please, everyone, stand to your feet for my next guest, Miss Jazz Sherrill. Welcome, welcome. What's up? How are you doing?
I'll make it.
Oh, you'll make it.
Yes.
You are looking very lovely today, might I add. Oh, isn't she looking lovely, everyone? Thank you so very much for agreeing to be a guest on my show today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so very much. So let's go ahead and get into this. Miss Lady Magazine.
That's
Well,
right.
before we go too far into that, please tell me about yourself because you graduated from Dillard University, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I graduated
Dillard.
from Dillard University in New Orleans, and that's where I actually got the idea to do Miss Lady Magazine. Thanks to Katrina, Hurricane Katrina,
Yes.
I came back here, and I was so happy to be back here, but I wanted to go back to the black college, so I went back to Dillard. Everybody knows New Orleans has a lot going on.
Yes.
It's a tad bit rough. And the way men approach women in New Orleans is a lot different from any other southern state I've been to.
Okay.
Nevertheless, all the other southern states, men are like, hey, Miss Lady, hey, Miss Lady, hey, Miss Lady. And I've had a friend that came down, and he spoke to my friends like that, and they just melted one by one. And I was like, oh, I like that, Miss Lady. I'm feeling that. Right before we graduated from college, we had to make a proposal of what we were going to do. And I did not feel like going to school again. Thanks to the storm, I was like, I'm tired. So I was like, I think I'm just going to start a magazine called Miss Lady. And it was like, okay, good luck with that.
Ooh.
And when I came back here, I started it online.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So you're not even 30 yet, and you have already started your magazine. What are some of your inspirations, or what's some of the content that you involve with your magazine?
Okay, well, again,
And might I add, we do have one of these right
yes,
here.
we do.
Which is very lovely.
Yes, I pulled an Oprah on this one. I call this one my Oprah issue because, she's on the cover of every single one of her magazines.
Correct.
So I jumped on the cover of this one. This is my Oprah issue. We focus on today's growing woman, predominantly today's growing woman, especially out here in Central Arkansas.
Correct.
We like to highlight women that have things going on because, the media, they can get kind of tricky sometimes.
They don't portray it always the way
media,
it needs to be portrayed.
Music, movies, even sometimes other magazines can make you just feel like, oh, I want that, I gotta have that. And it's always based on a celebrity sometimes. So with Miss Lady Magazine, we like to highlight people out here in Central Arkansas that have things going. People that are up the street, around the corner, that you can actually learn something from and be inspired by. But yes, and my inspiration was your guest, Kato Mamalu.
And we have a magazine with her as well. She was featured on your Volume 2, Issue 3 magazine.
Anniversary last year.
What?
Yes.
Awesome.
She's in my family.
Oh, wow.
And she came here and she was like, I want to be a fashion designer. And we were like, oh, okay, good luck with that. And you know how people say things and you're just like, okay, it sounds real good, but
Same
whatever.
thing. It's like even when I when I start talking about that, when I said, I'm going to do a talk show.
And somebody told you, good luck with that.
Go ahead.
Well, we did the same thing to her. And we did the same thing. And what's so funny was she's a fashion designer.
An international fashion designer at that.
And when she was on Project Runway the first season, I remember I just graduated from college and I really wanted the magazine, but wasn't sure if this was really something I can handle. So when I saw her on the show, I watched the show, even though she didn't win, she made it all the way to the end.
Right.
And I was like, wow, for somebody to just come here and say they were going to do something, is it that easy?
But no.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Whatever you want to do, you can do it. It is
Same
possible,
thing.
and that's all I got from her. I looked at it and I was like, man, she said she was gonna be a fashion designer.
And what she did not do, she didn't allow her mind to psych her own self out.
Exactly. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and start a magazine then. That's what I did. It's not easy to just make things happen. There are gonna be your challenges and bumps in the road, but the focus and when you speak those words, you have to just walk with them too. So she did it. I was like, I'm going to do it too.
And sometimes it takes that one individual to kind of set you
Mm-hmm.
up for that, to kind of see, okay, you're sitting up here and you're doing this. I'm going to sit and try to figure out how I'm going to do this, because it takes one person to the next to encourage each other. Even for me, and I just can't stop saying this, from the 6th grade when I first saw former news anchor Pamela Smith on television, seeing her on television delivering the news, I was like, I want to talk in front of TV. I just want to tell people everything. But the thing is, it was encouraging for me. I asked my mom, I said, Mom, what is this? She told me this is broadcast journalism. I'm like, if I go to college, that's what I want to do. So it takes that for us to kind of get that little oomph.
Yeah, and that's what the magazine is all about, just to help encourage people. You'd be surprised, a lot of people will come to us and they're like, you know, I had no idea this was going on right here in my city. I had no idea this person was up the street and around the corner, you know, with a boutique. I had no idea that this woman wanted this or this man wanted that. And these people are up the street and around the corner. And it inspires other people to want more and to do more. And since I've started going print, it's been really, really good.
So you've been print 5 years and online 5 years, print 2 years.
Print 2 years, yes. We just celebrated our anniversary for the magazine.
And congratulations to celebrating your anniversary as well.
Thank you. 5 years. That's nothing.
You got what? Another 30, 40, 50? Yeah. No, even past your death, you got a few more years after that.
Yeah, someone's going to take over. Yeah. I look forward to that. I do. But the magazine helps me every day. You'd be surprised that if it wasn't for the people I interviewed and people that I meet on a regular, that it uplifts me as a woman, as a person, as a leader. The next person inspires me every single time.
And I want to say thank you, because you are encouraging a lot of our women within the metro city and even surrounding areas, because your magazine is starting to expand not only northeast, but even towards the south. Mm-hmm. And I know some other locations that you just started as well.
Yes. And we're actually, thankfully, we're going to Hot Springs with it. People are calling to get stands. Someone from El Dorado called. They want to stand. And Memphis is calling.
Come on now, Memphis. You better do that. Well, we'll be back. We'll be right back with more from Miss Jazz Sherrill, or Miss Lady.